Just like that. What's going on, good people? Welcome into the only live and local sports show, giving you all you need to know for sports here on the shore. Delmarva Sports Insider. I am Sports Director Trayvon Miles.
And I'm Brandon Bossert. Welcome in. We are keeping sports on the shore alive, and we've got a fun half hour in store for you.
That's exactly right. We know the pandemic has slowed the entire sports world, but we've got another jam-packed show, Brandon.
That's right. Last week we counted down the top 10 moments of the winter season in the Henlopen. Well, tonight we're taking it to the Bayside.
That's exactly right. You got that right. We're getting things started off right with our number 10 moment of the Bayside winter sports season. Let's start things off right, shall we?
Yep.
Got to give some love to our 1,000-point scores we saw this basketball season. North Player of the Year, Kendron Wayman, got his 1,000th point in early February, as did South Player of the Year, Drew Howeisen. Remarkable. Howeisen came into the season with only close to 500 points. He doubled that production this year. Jaheim Copper at North Dorchester got to 1K, as did Candace Thomas at North Carolina and Emily Griffin at Easton. And we cannot forget Bree Cephas at North Dorchester,
who
went over 2,000 this year. And guess what? She still has one season remaining.
Yeah, she could easily get to 3,000. She is a scoring machine for the Eagles.
Layups.
But I want to focus on Drew Howeisen. He had an incredible season for Decatur this year. Like you said, only about 500 points coming into the year. And he really stepped his game up this year. It was very impressive to watch him play this year. At number 9, we're going back to the track. Bennett boys won their side of the Bayside Championship, but the Bucs took home the top honors overall. Ken Island taking home the overall Bayside crown, racking up over 200 points to take home the title. The North Carolina Bulldogs coming in second, Bennett placing third. But some big highlights from the event for the girls. It was a big day for North Carolina junior Sam Cash, who won first in all 4 of her events: the 55-meter hurdle, the high jump, the 500-meter dash, and the 300-meter dash. Parkside boys 4x2 set a new Bayside record, and Ken Island's Isaiah Schuttes set a Bayside record in the boys 500-meter dash.
Yeah, I just want to say something real quick. Sam Cash is first world all-team name in the Bayside, and she's
Straight cash, Trey.
Yeah, she can not come back to high school, and she will still be a legend.
Yeah,
that's how good she was this year. All right, our number 8 moment is one of my favorites. January 18th, Brandon. I remember it like it was yesterday. Rivals Kent Island and Queen Anne's did battle. Now, this rivalry just playing out good old-fashioned hate. Why not say it like it is? A lot of trash talk, some technical fouls. The crowd was insane. A sellout in Stevensville. The game lived up to the hype.
And this was with the North on the line, too.
Yeah, talking trash to the crowd. And this Andy Van Wee shot with 10 seconds left lifted the Bucs over their rivals 46-47. Gave Kent Island the lead in the Bayside North, a lead that they would have for quite a while there. This celebration this was a
crazy, Trey.
How many times have we watched this?
I mean, we have the Bayside North at the time on the line. We've got 2 fierce rivals, like you're saying, and you just see the pandemonium on the court after the game. That was a great scene out there. Well, one of our favorite moments of the year, January 10th, Pocomoke boys head coach Derek Fooks sitting on win number 299 against Bennett. And Fooks has been the head coach at Pocomoke since 2003 and just one of 2 active Bayside coaches with a state championship. Fooks' Pocomoke squad won the 1A title back in 2016 when they beat Lake Clifton. Nigel Houston finishing with a game-high 29 points. Charles Finney and Brandon Snowden adding 17 each as the Warriors throttled the Clippers by 33 for win number 300 for Fooks.
I never thought this would happen. You know, you see coaches get a lot of wins during their career, but you never know how long your career is going to be. So you take one game at a time. That's what it's all about. I'm not coaching basketball. I'm teaching young men how to be young men in society, and that's what it's all about. Wins and losses come and go, but these young men, giving them something for the rest of their life to hold on to, that's my job.
That is what a real man sounds like when he's speaking. I love that guy. On to number 6. So we saw how Kent Island got the North lead. They did not keep it in the end. Coach Marty Bailey's Cambridge Vikings were 4-4 after the Governor's Challenge, and they lost 4 straight coming into the new year. Well, they went out to win 13 of their next 14 games And in the final game of the regular season, they clinched the North Crown with a win over rival Easton. Remarkable job by Marty, by his staff, and by those players to pull off what they pulled off in the second half of the season.
That's right, and they were clutch down the stretch too. They were down to Kent Island in both games, at Kent Island, at home, and they came back to win both of those games with big-time runs in the middle. And you just got to give credit to the Vikings for pulling this off. They had to win both of those games against Kent Island,
and they did.
And they went out there and they did it. They had some great leadership on that squad. Really fun to watch Cambridge play this year. Well, at number 5, the Parkside girls went out and they dominated this season, led by junior Jackie Wright and sophomore Amanda Ballard. This team went undefeated in the regular season. Head coach Warren White reached a big milestone himself, win number 400 in his 24th season. Parkside had a matchup of unbeatens with Easton for the Bayside title, and the Rams ran away with it in the second half, reigning as champs in the Bayside. Parkside kept that undefeated run going in the playoffs, but Parkside fell just short of the 2A Final Four. Here's Coach White on his team's season.
It's been a magical season for these kids, you know. We have nothing to hang our heads about. Those kids get out and they left it on the floor tonight. But I tell you what, these young ladies showed that Eastern Shore can play basketball. But I'm just so proud that kids didn't give up. They kept battling.
I wanted to get that in the show. I just love hearing from those coaches, Coach Fooks and Coach White, what they have to say. Like, these are two of the top not only coaches in the Bayside, but also human beings.
Yeah, I got to agree with you. Parkside had a fantastic season. Kind of sucks where it ended, quite frankly.
Yeah, it does.
To Westlake. But hindsight 2020, nobody played after that, really. So you got to take the good with the bad. I also love that Kent Island Queen Anne's game.
Oh, yeah.
That was all heart by those two teams. I've never played in an environment like that. The closest thing I've gotten to is the playoffs. Brendan, you ever played anything that even looked remotely close to that?
You know what? Dickinson was never really known for winning in much. I wasn't on the baseball team that got to the Final Four or the finals a couple of years. I was on the lacrosse team that didn't really win too much. So I never played in that environment, but you can just feel it being in buildings like that when you're in that sort of environment.
Yeah, and that's why we watched the highlights 4 or 5 times when Kenny got back with them. All right, that's going to do it for the beginning of our show, but we are just getting started. When we come back, we're sharing the story of one local legend, calling it a career, also keeping our countdown going when DSI returns.
I'm Coach Fooks, Pocomoke High School, and you're watching the Delmarva Sports Insider.